Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman. Full audiobook style. Summary Part 1, Introduction, about the author and book background. Daniel Goleman is a psychologist, author, and science journalist who brought the term emotional intelligence into mainstream culture with his groundbreaking book, Emotional Intelligence: Why It Can Matter More Than IQ, published in 1995. Goleman studied at Harvard University, where he focused on psychology and the workings of the brain. His academic journey led him to a deep interest in how emotions influence behavior, decision-making, and interpersonal relationships. Before publishing his book, Goleman worked as a science writer for the New York Times, where he covered topics related to the brain and behavioral sciences. His reporting helped him recognize the gap between what scientists knew about the human brain and what the general public understood. That gap inspired him to synthesize decades of research into a single, accessible volume. The central premise of emotional intelligence is that our ability to understand and manage our emotions, along with the emotions of others, is a more accurate predictor of success in life than traditional intelligence measured as IQ. Goleman draws from neuroscience, psychology, and education research to support his thesis, proposing that emotional competencies can be taught and developed. The book rapidly gained attention and changed the dialogue in educational systems, parenting strategies, corporate leadership, and even public policy. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, became recognized as a vital skill set for effective human interaction and leadership. Goleman's thesis stands on 5 key pillars of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, social skills. This summary will walk through each of these components, delve into the brain science behind emotional responses, and explore how EQ manifests in relationships, the workplace, and daily life. Part 2, The Foundations of Emotional Intelligence. Emotional intelligence begins with the understanding that emotions are not separate from logic or reason. Rather, they are intricately intertwined. While IQ measures cognitive abilities such as memory, reasoning, and problem-solving, EQ determines how effectively we navigate social complexities and manage behavior. Goleman introduces the concept that emotions are a vital form of intelligence. Emotions guide us in fundamental decisions about what to pay attention to, how to behave, and how to respond to challenges. Emotions influence every aspect of our lives, from our physical health to our job performance. The 5 domains of emotional intelligence as defined by Goleman are interdependent, but they each play a distinct role. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand one's own moods, emotions, and drives, as well as their effect on others. Self-regulation refers to the ability to control or redirect disruptive impulses and moods. Motivation is a passion to work for reasons that go beyond money or status. Empathy is the ability to understand the emotional makeup of other people. Social skills refer to proficiency in managing relationships and building networks. These traits allow individuals to recognize their emotional reactions, temper their responses, stay motivated toward goals, understand others deeply, and build strong relationships. Neuroscience supports these observations. The limbic system, particularly the amygdala, plays a central role in processing emotions. When we perceive a threat, the amygdala kicks into action before the neocortex, the thinking brain, has time to respond. This creates what Goleman calls an amygdala hijack, a situation where emotions override rational thought. Emotional intelligence offers tools to tame the amygdala and empower the prefrontal cortex to take control. It teaches that we are not helpless captives to our feelings, but can master them through awareness and deliberate action. Part 3. Self-awareness, the cornerstone of EQ. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which all other aspects of emotional intelligence are built. Without it, we cannot hope to manage our emotions, empathize with others, or develop effective social skills. Self-awareness means knowing what we are feeling and why. It requires a deep connection to our emotional states and the ability to label them accurately. Those who are self-aware can recognize the early signs of anxiety, frustration, sadness, or joy, and can trace these emotions to their root causes. Goleman explains that self-awareness helps us make sound decisions. When we are aware of how our emotions affect our judgments, we are better positioned to evaluate situations with clarity. For instance, knowing that anger might bias our decision-making can help us pause and reconsider our actions. Practices to cultivate self-awareness include mindfulness meditation, which increases attention to present moment experiences, journaling, which helps process emotional events and discover patterns, emotional labeling, identifying and naming emotions instead of generalizing them. In addition to personal benefits, self-awareness improves professional performance. Leaders who are self-aware are more open to feedback, more authentic, and better equipped to handle the pressures of decision-making. Part 4. Self-regulation. Mastering our responses. Self-regulation builds on self-awareness and allows us to stay in control, even when emotions run high. It is not about suppressing emotions, but managing them with intention. People who excel in self-regulation don't lash out impulsively. They think before acting. They remain calm under pressure and recover quickly from emotional setbacks. Techniques to improve self-regulation include breathing exercises to reduce stress responses, cognitive reframing, looking at situations from different perspectives, visualization, imagining successful outcomes to reduce fear and anxiety. Goleman emphasizes that leaders with strong self-regulation create environments of trust and fairness. They lead by example, modeling composure, accountability, and integrity. In a corporate setting, self-regulation often distinguishes average managers from inspiring leaders. Self-regulation also reduces negative consequences in personal relationships. When people can express their emotions without blame or escalation, it fosters healthier communication and mutual respect. Goleman shares stories of executives who ruined promising careers through emotional outbursts. In contrast, emotionally intelligent leaders who can maintain composure earn respect and loyalty from their teams. Part 8. EQ in Education. The Roots of Character. In this section, Goleman emphasizes that emotional intelligence begins to develop in childhood and is influenced heavily by family dynamics and school environments. The earliest emotional lessons are imparted not through formal instruction, but through observation, imitation, and emotional experiences. Children learn how to handle frustration, resolve conflict, and express feelings by watching their parents and caregivers. A nurturing environment that models calm responses, empathy, and communication sets the stage for emotionally intelligent behavior. Goleman discusses programs in schools that focus on social-emotional learning, SEL. These programs teach children skills such as self-awareness, impulse control, empathy, and social problem-solving. Results from these programs include reduced aggression and emotional distress, improved academic performance, increased prosocial behaviors. By embedding EQ education into the classroom, students are not only prepared to succeed academically, but also develop resilience and interpersonal skills vital for life. Goleman also urges parents to engage in emotionally intelligent parenting. This includes listening actively to children, validating their emotions, and guiding them through complex feelings rather than suppressing them. Part 9. EQ in the Workplace. Leadership and Performance. Emotional intelligence has powerful implications for the workplace. Goleman shows that the most successful leaders are not just technically competent, they also possess high emotional intelligence. In studies of top-performing executives and managers, EQ is often what sets great leaders apart. The most influential traits include self-awareness and authenticity, empathy toward team members, the ability to handle stress and manage relationships. Goleman outlines the key benefits of EQ in business: higher productivity and employee satisfaction, lower turnover and absenteeism, greater innovation and adaptability. Enhanced customer relations. Emotionally intelligent leaders are able to inspire and motivate, manage conflict constructively, and foster an environment of trust and collaboration. Organizations can foster EQ by including emotional intelligence in leadership development programs, offering training in communication and conflict resolution, encouraging feedback and reflection. Part 10. EQ and Physical Health. Mind-Body Connections. Goleman explores how emotional intelligence influences not just mental well-being, but also physical health. Chronic stress, unresolved anger, and emotional turmoil have been linked to heart disease, weakened immune systems, and various chronic conditions. Unregulated emotions can contribute to long-term anxiety and depression. Stress hormones like cortisol disrupt the body's natural repair systems. Positive emotions foster healing, recovery, and immune health. Emotional self-regulation helps individuals manage stress more effectively, sleep better, and maintain a healthier lifestyle overall. Practices like mindfulness, breathing exercises, and emotional journaling are shown to reduce physiological responses to stress. By cultivating EQ, individuals can create a healthier relationship with both their mind and body. Part 11. Developing EQ. Can it be taught? One of Goleman's most important assertions is that emotional intelligence is not fixed. It can be developed. With conscious effort and sustained practice, people can improve their EQ regardless of age or background. Strategies to develop emotional intelligence include mindfulness and self-reflection, learning to observe thoughts and feelings without judgment, feedback and coaching, gaining outside perspective to correct blind spots, practice in real-time scenarios, applying techniques to real-world situations. Goleman encourages readers to view EQ as a lifelong journey. Through continued learning and introspection, one can refine their self-awareness, deepen empathy, and strengthen social connections. He also emphasizes the importance of organizational culture. Companies and institutions that value and promote emotional intelligence create environments where people thrive. Part 12. The Bigger Picture, EQ for a Better World. In his concluding message, Goleman extends emotional intelligence beyond the personal and professional. He challenges readers to consider EQ as a societal need. Whether it's political discourse, social justice, or global cooperation, emotional intelligence is essential for empathy, cooperation, and problem-solving. Emotionally intelligent societies prioritize dialogue over conflict, seek understanding across divisions, foster tolerance, respect, and compassion. Goleman urges the application of EQ in global leadership, policymaking, and media communication. By cultivating emotional intelligence at scale, we can address complex global challenges with more wisdom and humanity. Conclusion: the heart of intelligence. Emotional intelligence is not just a theory, it is a call to action. Daniel Goleman's work reminds us that intelligence is not just about brilliance or knowledge. True intelligence also lives in the heart, in our ability to relate, to understand, and to lead with empathy. EQ affects every area of life: relationships, work, health, education, and even society at large. It can be cultivated by anyone at any stage of life. As Goleman puts it, the emotionally intelligent person is someone who is in touch with their inner life, attuned to the emotions of others, and skilled in managing the invisible currents of feeling that govern interactions. Through emotional intelligence, we can create better lives for ourselves and a better world for everyone,